everyone, and welcome back to Creative Minecraft, but this time for something a little different and special. A great YouTuber friend, FoxFoil, reached out and challenged me to do a build swap in the Nether. We're each taking a structure and spending 12 hours rebuilding it to look awesome. After 12 hours, we'll swap structures and have 12 hours to finish the other's build. Then we'll wrap up by checking both of them out. For me, I've picked the classic Nether Fortress, and the seed we picked for this challenge has an incredible design already. My inspiration is through the roof, but I've only got 12 hours to do as much as I can on this build. So start the timer, and let's get building. All right, and with that, my 12 hours on rebuilding the Nether Fortress is complete. And man, it is pretty awesome. I am very, very happy overall with everything that we got done. The fortress back there looks really, really impressive. We'll take a little bit of a closer look with the lava waterfalls and the giant fortress pieces on either side. Just looks so evil and imposing, and that's really what I was hoping for. So let's get into a little bit of detail, and then we'll switch over to our other half of this challenge. The first thing I want to talk about is this cotton candy boat. I wanted to make a boat that could travel the lakes of the Nether on the lava, and because we know that all of this wood is water resistant, I thought it'd be really cool to build a boat that could travel with it. And we have these little guys that can help pull the boat along using the mushroom to be able to kind of lead them in the different directions as to wherever it is that the boat should go. The chain can kind of drop it down within their view or pull it back up. There's a lot of problems with the concept, sure, and and I know that I wanted to use the nether wood, but combine these two together really just makes it look like a cotton candy boat. I don't know that it actually came across that way. I don't know if FoxFoil is going to like it. They're more than welcome to just tear it down and replace it. I think we could probably build something that looks far more imposing and in line with the rest of the Nether Fortress. I just wanted to stick with wood because in my head felt like wood should float even if it's on lava. I don't know if that would be successful or not. Secondly, I do still love all of these lava aqueducts. I think there's a really cool concept, a really cool design. I kind of wish that I had added a couple more throughout this area here. I tried to clear some of the lava waterfalls back there so that way it wasn't too distracting, but I don't know whether it succeeded or not, but the overall idea was pretty cool. I would have liked to add more of these little garden-y things too, just those small little details of life to make the place a lot more filled out, fleshed out. We also got through and did a little bit of the interior of this area, and this actually probably looks the best for an interior with the different lava fountains and stuff coming down. But when it comes to the rest of the area, it's pretty bland and pretty vanilla Nether Fortress. We got one garden done up here. We've got a couple more that we could have filled out with some of the other ones, but that's fine. I love the Wither statue here. I think it worked out really well. I wish that I could get some glowstone or something back behind the eyes and mouth to really make them light up, or even some quartz, but unfortunately it's going to come through on the sides, and I just didn't make the statue big enough for that, and so I think that works. I think it works well enough, and especially with the dark on top of the red netherrack background, I think it works and definitely looks really impressive. Oh, one last thing as well. I wanted to get some gatehouses done in both corners, actually really all three. So one gatehouse could go over there. That should definitely be turned into a gatehouse, and then one there leading into the Soul Sand Valley would have been really awesome, but I just ran out of time. We'll see what FoxFoil can manage to pull off when taking this to the next level. Really, there's none of this that I like so much that if FoxFoil was to massively change it, I'd be really disappointed, except for maybe that fortress back there. I think that's probably my favorite part of the design, with the red and the dark and the lava waterfalls. Everything else, I'm really not going to be too worried about it. So let's go look at what FoxFoil did with the first 12 hours of FoxFoil's half of the challenge. Wow. Wow! FoxFoil, this looks amazing. Amazing. Look at how massive this thing is. I've got to check this out a little bit closer. Look at all of the texturing with the black stone and so much of this crying obsidian. That's right, I was going to say corrupted obsidian, but crying obsidian pyres up here. We had the same kind of idea going on our side as well. It's just so much bigger. FoxFoil, you got such awesome pyres. And they went with these lodestones as well. It definitely adds a lot of detail to something like this. Yeah, this is a really cool design for these kind of gatehouse pillar things. That they're really wide. They're just much wider than you typically would maybe see. Oh, look at these! Respawn anchors, and they're lit up. That's full of the gold. I love that as like a topper. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, topper to all the crying obsidian. That's so cool. Wow. No, what? What? Okay, we gotta check out what's going on here first. Oh, it's all the gold with these giant black chains coming down, holding on the platform down here. Oh man, there's no way you're stealing this. I guess you could technically just come right here and drop straight down and mine away, and then maybe if you have an elytra, try to elytra out. But they have definitely kept their gold very, very safe. Ain't nobody stealing that. A really awesome ceiling. Is this? Yeah, this is deep slate, but it's very different than the other, so it kind of stands out, which is kind of nice. Little respawn anchor right here in the middle. All right, with that tour done, we've got a lot of work to do to figure out how to take this amazing bastion to the next level. Thank you, FoxFoil, for entrusting us with figuring out how to upgrade this thing, which honestly, I'm a little confused and worried because I don't know how to make this thing even better than it currently is. I'm gonna have to do some serious puzzling to figure out how to take this thing and make it even better. But we got 12 hours to do it, and there's nothing better than to just start the clock and get to building. Let's go. So, FoxFoil, it's been 24 hours of building insanity. It's awesome to actually be in world with you and to actually get to see you. And I'm looking forward to the reveal of what you've done to the Nether Fortress. But just a quick recap. How are you feeling after all of the building?
That was a lot of building, and I was so ready to like try to see what you've been up to, and then to show you what I've been doing over here, because I hopefully haven't messed up any of the things that you were working on. But it was super fun to just see lots of the little details that you put in, and then try to incorporate that into some new stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think for me, the first half, which is just pure creative, right? You're just throwing creative stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks, and going ham, and you're building as fast as you can, so you don't have a whole lot of time to think because you're on the clock for all of it. And then when switching to building on yours, it was all about, okay, how do I take the same elements you did and just expand on them? And it was an entirely different challenge, which is wild because I thought that there'd be similar challenges on one side to the other, and instead it seemed like a whole different type of challenge doing 12 hours on your build. So, but I'm excited. We're going to be looking at your 12 hours on the Nether Fortress that I started and get to see the reveal of what all of this looks like. I'm crazy excited. I'm crazy excited.
And I spent 12 hours on this wall right here, and that's about all I did.
This is amazing! Wow,
yeah,
this wall is awesome.
Super challenging. Lots of detail.
You really planned it out. I love this. I love this plaza so much. Oh, I'm so glad you added a full garden.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful.
Yeah, there was like a whole bunch of land over here, and I was like, okay, what can we do with this to kind of spice it up a little bit? So I made it, a little garden.
I love this. Yes, and you took this is actually excellent. You took this. It was a split, and you actually may have seen the Nether Fortress. It was floating over here because that's where the old fortress was, and I had not figured out what to do with that yet. And you brought some amazing stairs down.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
This little arch, okay, down here. This arch took forever because I was trying to do the detail. I was like looking over here at the details that you were doing, and I was like, okay, how do I do this on an angle
and still make it look so good?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, try to keep some of the things that you had going on. So it's a little bit simpler of a design, obviously, because it's on a 90-degree or 45-degree angle. But
no, I love it.
Next thing I did was cleared out all
the yeah.
And then, and I saw you had a bridge, so I extended the bridge out a little bit.
This is one of those, I wanted to kind of mirror the footpath on the other side, and I just was like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm just going to leave this here and see what FoxFoil does with it. So, nice.
Yeah, and then we got
I love the arms holding it up. Excellent, excellent.
Yeah. I went over to where the boat was, and I didn't really do much with the boat. But
My cotton candy boat.
Yes, yeah. I liked your little Strider transportation guys.
I thought they would work, pulling the boat around. I hope.
Yeah. So I just, the only change I made over here was with the staircases.
Okay, okay. What's funny was that this one here, I had the 3 staircases originally, and then I took this one out because I was like, does it look too weird having just the 3 staircases going down? And then you put it back in. But I like the extra detail added to it.
Yeah. So it was, I tend to default to symmetry.
Symmetry.
The 3 in the back. And I was like, well, I gotta put the 3rd one in over here.
I'm fixing the house that I broke the soul sand on. I see you fixed the gardens up here that I'd only done 1 of the 4.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa! Oh, this is excellent. I hadn't even thought about combining all of them into one.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And you added the pillars as well.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I wish that boats worked really well on lava, so you could ride this as like a whole lava water ride.
Yeah. I kept calling them waterfalls, and I was like, wait, no, these are not waterfalls. These are lava falls.
And I love the continuation. Like, to me, this, when you see the walls rising all the way up, this says fortress, right? This looks awesome.
Yeah. Well, and I really liked what you were doing with the red nether bricks as the accents.
Oh, yeah.
Using it around the lava. I really liked that.
And I'm glad that you fixed the inside of each of the tunnels, because I noticed in the replay when I was looking at the footage that I was like, oh, I only detailed the one tunnel, and I totally forgot about the others too.
yeah, that was pretty. I just kind of copied it over. I added in this little. Oops, I just went through the lava. I added in this little building right here.
Yeah.
So I kind of took what you did with the lava on the walls over on the side and kind of incorporated that around it.
Talk about a finished interior. This thing is awesome. I love it. Oh, this is brilliant. Adding in the red crimson nylon or whatever lights into the middle. Oh, that splits it up so good. I hadn't even considered doing that.
Well, I was just gonna put the lava around, and then it ended up being like one block over if I did it like 6 or 5 of them across, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I really wanted to put them here.
Well, yeah, and you can see over here, I just was like waterfall, 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 waterfall. I just went across. But breaking that up with that, especially because it goes back like 3 blocks, oh, excellent. Oh, but man, you got all of these interiors in here as well. That's one thing that I was trying to spend some time on interior, and I only done a little bit here, a little bit there, but wasn't able to get that much done.
Yeah, no, you did a lot. You did a lot more interior than I did. I liked all of your stairs.
This is so good. And this is kind of like that. It still has the vibes of the original Nether Fortress, and yet it's taken to a whole different level with the lava pool across the top and everything. Man, I would not want to be fighting wither skeletons up here, but it does look like a little fighting pit arena.
Yeah, don't step out. You're gonna be heavily penalized.
Heavily penalized. You're cooked.
So this was really fun. So like about 7 hours in, I had seen this little sculpture that you did up here, and I was like, oh, it's a nice little like design to put. And it took me 7 hours to realize that it's a wither. I was like, oh my gosh, how did it take me so long?
That tells you how good my sculpting is when it takes someone 7 hours flying around it to figure out it's a wither.
I missed the faces, and so
yeah, I tried so hard to add like glowstone behind it so the faces would glow, because the actual wither is like white eyes and mouths or whatever, but it's constantly was coming out the sides, and I was just like, no, there's no way at this scale. I'd have to scale it up like twice as big to get that to work.
But yeah, no, it's really good. Like it is a wither, obviously. It didn't click in my head.
That's hilarious.
I liked putting in the blaze spawners over here.
Yeah, so the actual like base of the towers here, kind of where the stairs are now, was where the original blaze spawner was. And so I knew that I wanted these kind of be blaze towers, but I wanted the tower to be much bigger and more impressive. And I know personally that whenever fighting blazes, trying to go up a bunch of stairs and fight blazes was always a pain in the neck, because as soon as you pop your head up, they're shooting flame at you. So I was like, well, let me triple the difficulty. Not only do you have to go upstairs, not only is the blaze spawner hanging out literally over the lava, but these things also float and fly, so good luck. This is like the challenge. Right, exactly. It's gonna make it way more difficult, and I thought the idea of them like chaining up the blazes over the lava was kind of a cool idea. Yeah, I'm glad you finished the gardens too. Part of the reason why I hadn't was because it was like a last minute throw in, but I was also like, do I mix it up with the warped, nylon, the blue stuff, or do I stick with the crimson? I think the crimson looks really good, so.
It does, yeah. And then I was trying to, I was sat here trying to hang these vines down, and I was like, why is it not going? There's space. And then I was like, oh, right, because there's the nether wart.
Interrupts it. I think you could probably add one under here. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
There you are, yep.
I definitely think my favorite thing from when I built it was the Wither statue. As simple as it is, it not only ties into the lore with the Wither skeletons and like you can summon the Wither and everything, but kind of works as just a really good eye-catching centerpiece where you're just like, oh man, I gotta go check that out. But your garden down here, I mean, look, this place is supposed to be creepy and evil and terrible and Nether Fortress. And instead, this garden, I'm like, bro, I'm hanging my hammock from here to here, and I'm just gonna chill. This is serene and beautiful.
Yeah, it ended up coming together really well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you had a blast watching these amazing, amazing builds. And if you want to see FoxFoil's reaction to the Citadel build, well, you'll just have to check out FoxFoil's own channel and watch his video because it is amazing. And I hope you had a lot of fun because I know that I had a blast with these builds. If you have any comments or thoughts or ideas on how things could be improved, please leave them in the comments below because I'd love to read it. And FoxFoil and I are going to enjoy checking out these builds. But the awesome thing is that you can check them out yourself. We've got a world download available, both Java and Bedrock, for you to be able to check out and explore these builds yourself. So come on in and check them out and let us know what you think about these builds up close and personal. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next build. Have a great one. Thanks, FoxFoil. You're awesome. Bye.